A very good evening to all of you. On behalf of TCS ION, I, Mudita Bansal, welcome you all to this very sought after session on careers in design. Engineering and medical, I think we have been hearing about these streams as the only esteemed ones existing since our parents' generations. We also have been through the same mindset, and most parents today also carry the legacy. Perhaps because of the lucrative salaries and exposure to various innovative technologies, but some have dared to try different paths and have become successful, inspiring many others to try newness. The fact is that there are a lot more career choices where you could find a good career option and a better future and money. Instead of just going with the trend, take some time to sort out and evaluate the options. Choose the best course where you can use your interest and proficiency. If you can imagine the unconventional, get to design. To give you a deeper information on how, we have invited a distinguished expert to talk about careers in design. It is my pleasure and an honor to welcome and introduce our guest speaker today, Ms. Archana Surana. She has successfully carried forward a legacy of 20 years as the founder and director of ARC College of Design and Business. As a contribution in the space of youth and women empowerment, she has established strong pathways in design education, as well as mentorship through Women Mentors Forum, founded by her. A widely traveled and noted speaker, she sits on various national and international forums of academia and industry. She has been appointed as the Dean of Fashion Design Faculty and a member of Academic Council of Rajasthan ILD Skills University, also the chairperson for Committee of Honorary Doctorate Degree Awards of RISU. She's also the chairperson for Fashion Colloquia 2020, an international research colloquium hosted and organized by Arch College of Design and Business in Jaipur, and scientific committee member for Responsible Fashion series hosted by Antwerp Management School. On top of it, she has received so many awards, one being the Yuva Icon Award in 2010 from former President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Also received the prestigious Indira Gandhi Priyadarshini Award in 2005. A very warm welcome to you, Archana ma'am.
Thank you.
So before we start, audience, you could see a chat box on your screen. Please start posting your questions. I know that you've already started, but please carry it on and we will try to take them up in between the session. Let's make it as interactive as possible. Archana ma'am, we have just spoken about engineering and medicine being the popularly sought after education streams. Could you tell us what are some of the other career options and alternative disciplines available that our students can pick up as career options? Over to you, ma'am.
Right. So I think I want to acknowledge Tata Consultancy Services for having organized this very special session on design, because I think design has not gotten its due recognition in our country yet. And while design is something that has been very there in our daily lives and the way our culture has evolved, I feel that Indians possess a great amount of creativity and are truly design thinkers. And while design has become a very Western way of understanding creativity and innovation, it's very important to recognize that India as a nation and India as right from a Vedic culture has evolved some amazing practices, which right from our products, right from our architecture, the clothing, to everything that you see around us has design in it. And why today we need to understand that we again need to revisit this whole understanding. And it's so important because while we look at engineering or medical, today nothing is in isolation. And people are talking about designer vaccine, how design has gone into even the preparation of the vaccine. So I'm going to share an article. Sune, he's one of our board members and a very eminent TiE Charter member who's written this article on designer vaccine. And we've been talking about how design and design thinking now is getting into the leadership space, right from how governments are running, how the management schools are imbibing design thinking into their education system. And design is very key because it actually is a cover for, it's in every stream and every realm. So whether it's engineering or medical or law or whatever, but yes, when we hear it, does not probably look like. So as you've shared that, the creative industries have actually embraced design in a big way. And when we talk about lifestyle in particular, creativity and the kind of innovation that we see within the lifestyle industry is very high. So we've been seeing there's a lot of growth in terms of the product design that has happened, while Germany started with a lot of engineering goods and with a beautiful finish and aesthetics and form language. People started recognizing the value of design that went in. While there is a lot of engineering into the products, but design brings that great value. So when you look at a phone like iPhone, I mean, yes, it has technology, which other phones also have it, right? But the design language is so strong, right from the user interaction, the experience that it's creating. So that's where design has a very important role to play, because design is touching the lives directly, and it starts very much at the source. So if you look at design within the creative industries, yes, the creative practitioners have been using design pedagogy, using design process, design method from a long, long time. And that's how our products are, have been so sustainable. And there are more and more people designing more and more products to bring that experience to people. Yeah, I hope I have answered the question. So when you look at streams within the creative industries, you've got the textile and the clothing industry, which we call as the fashion industry. And similarly, design goes about with every stream. Fashion is also prevalent within our products, within our interior spaces, the colors that we use, the upholstery, the furnishings. So there's always a different kind of a form language that emerges with different time periods and eras. So you've got interior design, you've got you've got product design, you've got industrial product design, you've got lifestyle product design, you've got graphic design. Graphic design has evolved into getting into user interaction and user experience design. So all these careers within the creative industries have also evolved in terms of being more sustainable from experience.
Very relevant question that has come. It says, how can we combine design and engineering? And another one is asking, is there any link between civil engineering and design? So
very beautiful.
Aditya has asked the first of these questions, and let me name the other guy as well. Okay, I'll have to find out. That's okay. Let's start, ma'am, please.
Yeah. So as I shared with you, when we talk about design is science, arts, and commerce. When all the three, when they go together, that's where design comes into place. So while we're talking about engineering, yes, science and technology is very key to design. Today, when we see that a lot of engineers get employed with the jewelry design industry, with the jewelry industry, right? So the kind of machinery that's used for creating high precision jewelry, right from studying the gems, looking at the metallurgical processes, understanding the alloys, this, and the kind of machines that are heavy duty machines that go into creating that precision. So when you look at the mass market, there's a lot of engineering that goes into creating these machines, which can produce for the mass. Similarly, within the garment industry, the knitting industry, whether it's textiles or knits, again, the machinery and the engineering part is very heavy and intense there. You look at the construction industry, where you have architecture, you've got buildings that are constructed, you've got sites which have been there, you have interior spaces which are done with high precision, whether it's even the interior materials which are there, the new evolving interior materials, all there you can see engineering going in a very big way. So people who have because in the value chain, engineering is just one part, but design is the complete process. So when you understand design in its fullest, in its holistic perspective, can you become even a better engineer? So you're providing more, you can bring in more innovation in terms of the entire value chain. So that's where the connection of engineering and design comes together.
Excellent. I hope Jyoti, Elizabeth, and Aditya, you've got your answer. Thank you so much, ma'am. So, how does one take up designing as a career option after 10th or 12th? And what are the competitive institutes and colleges available? What is the eligibility criteria to get admission to these? And can you throw some light on this, ma'am?
See, the good thing is that now we have undergraduate programs which are affiliated to the premium universities. I've started giving them, like at Arch, we offer with the University of Rajasthan, which is a 100-year-old university of the state government. And very interestingly, when you look at that now, because we have undergraduate level education, you need a bare minimum 12th standard, which is the eligibility for it. But we also have an international program which is offered by Pearson. Pearson allows, that one can take up a higher national diploma even after class 10th, right? But what happens is you may not be able to complete a degree if you've not completed your 12th standard. So it's best to take up your higher education pathway after your 12th standard. But if you want to get into the vocational pathway, then even after a 10th standard, you can even take up the higher national diploma and probably then moving on to the industry. So that's an opportunity. And so, yes, undergraduate and postgraduate courses are also available. So you've got NID, which is there, which has been now a 60-year-old institution. You've got the IIT and the IDC, which is there. They're pretty new. It's been a decade or so. And they just have one campus, and now they are coming with a couple of more campuses. Delhi IIT also felt that, their engineering exam is not sufficient to examine the student who will be taking up design. So they felt you need a more creative examination. And in fact, they also endorsed the entrance exam like EIEED, All India Entrance Examination for Design, for examining the creativity quotient of a student. Because for design, what is important is that it's all about creating the experience. So you have to understand that how a designer approaches, right? How do you understand a situation, whether it's a problem situation or creating an opportunity kind of a situation? So they will give you an exam which will actually put you into different kind of situations, and how you look at that situation. What are your perceptions? What are your insights? Because every designer will have a new solution, right? Their way of looking at it will be different. So there's no fixed answer to it. So when you prepare for these kind of entrance examinations, just try and be as original as you can. Be curious, be open in the sense that, you should not limit yourself that this is the right answer. This is what I studied in books. No, what they want to see you is your originality. The more original you are in your ideas, you are likely to succeed on those entrance exams. Yeah. So you've got the USEED, you've got the NEED, you've got the NID, NIFT, you've got the AIEED, you've got the USEED. So these are a couple of entrance examinations.
Thank you. So an interesting question I have here. Can I do my career in design even after my career of 18 years as an assistant professor? Asked by Vishakha Motive.
Absolutely. See, I'm sure you don't want to get into undergraduate, or are you looking at a postgraduate level education, right? So because you've already been into education, so it's best to take up a postgraduate level education. And design is again more practice oriented. So if you want to become a designer, you'll constantly need to hear what design is, understand what design is, and it's more experiential. So you can start experimenting with things, materials, ideas, and you will start seeing yourself as a designer very soon. So, but if you want a formal degree, a qualification, yes, you can go for a master's program. An institution like NID, Arch, a lot of institutions we look at prior experience, and then you can always take up. And all of them have an entrance criteria. So that allows you the flexibility to participate in these programs.
Thank you so much. So the next question says, how can the students decide and at what stage and find out more about their true potential, their interest to take up design as a career? Or is it something that the parents and teachers can observe to gauge the interest of the child in design, such as he has an out-of-the-box thinking or plainly drawing and painting and all? How does one gauge the interest identify that he is made for designing as a career?
See, we are largely talking about the creative professions. We are talking about the creative entrepreneurship here. We are talking about the creative industries here right now. When the moment you hear the word design, it occurs to us that we are talking about fashion design, interior design, graphic design, product design, or maybe automobile design or culinary design. So these are all creative professions. Now, if you're looking know the engineering bit of it, right? So you got to collaborate with an engineer, right? And you are going to create the form design of it, right? And when you create the form and the function has to go together. So when you look at a creative profession, it's very important. If you do have good rendering drawing skills, it's an added advantage for sure, because you have great imagination, you have great ideas, and putting those ideas on paper would be very, very important. And today we've got a lot of interesting tools. Now look at even the iPad and the Pro, and you've got these, Procreate kind of apps which are there, so that allow you, even if you don't have very good fine drawing skills, the app itself would help you draw it. Yeah. So what is important is an idea. Even if you can draw it very raw, it can work out well, because there's somebody who can understand it. But you need to, even when I strongly feel that drawing is not something, it's not something that you have to learn. It's something that, it's a matter of observation. If you have observed something, if you imagined it well, you can definitely draw it well and feel the confidence that you can actually ideate and visualize it. And your representation can happen in any form. So today you have a lot of tools to actually support you in doing that. So if you want to feel that, am I meant for a design profession? See, design is required for all professions. We're talking about governments needing design. We're talking about design leadership. We're talking about whether there's any company, they would have now a design head for it. Because design is process thinking. Design is critical thinking. Design is strategic thinking. Design is conceptual thinking. It's abstract thinking. It's intelligence. It's compassionate intelligence. It's conceptual intelligence. So don't get stuck that design is something that's only if you're making clothes, you need design. You're making interior spaces, you need design. You need design in every sphere and every realm of life if you're looking at quality and experience.
Another very interesting question, and you answered it partly. Information technology is working on developing services. How design will work on services? Asked by Indrajit Wagmare.
Okay, so looking at maybe almost half a century back or more than that, after the during the industrial revolution, design was more about product design, right? So you will look at an engineering product and you would have a product that will serve to the mass market needs, right? Then you started getting more into craft kind of design. So you have more niche products, more specialized, hand curated products kind of things, right? Then you got into the luxury segment, right? So, design started catering to the luxury segment. Then design moved on because it has evolved. Design has gone into the mass market. Today, designing products is all about, for the masses. Then now you're looking at design, which is all about service design, right? So now you're designing services. So today digital products are also digital products, or, you got 3D products, right? So both come under the category of product design. And today technology is a great enabler. So when you look at design thinking and process thinking, design is a process. So if you're following that process, you can apply it to information technology, to creating digital products, to anything for that matter. I hope I have answered it.
Yeah, well, I hope so too. I can get that. Definitely it is relatable. And I think there's another relevant question. You spoke about the history, the present of the design. There's another question which is asking about the future in design. I think it's very, very apt here, and it's very apparent that there is a lot of future. But yeah, your words, ma'am.
I think there was a skip in your voice. So could you just repeat the question again?
Okay, it says, what is the future of design? What are the future roles in design?
See, when you look at again design, as I said, design is process thinking, and process is going to give you results which are benchmark, right? The certain standardized output that it will give you. Future for design. Design is the future. Design is the present. Design was the past. Now how effective we are getting where everybody is using design thinking and design in their way of doing things, we will be getting productivity in a much faster manner, right? So today, lean management also has lean design management. So you bringing in creativity in anything is more closer to design. So when you're bringing in experience, creativity, individual expression, a self-expression that allows more and more people to express themselves, it's more closer to design. Yeah. So it's not that it has to create some future. It has always been there and it's always going to be there. We are embracing it within the education system. We are embracing it now as an education pathway, which was not recognized in India. But if you look at the Western world, they embraced design much early. And that's why we can see there's so much of innovation in those countries. There's so much of modernization. They're technology driven, right from engineering technology to digital technology. They've advanced very fast. We have not embraced design at the level as a nation we should have much earlier. But yes, I think after post-independence, there were more challenges like roti, kapda and makan. I think we were dealing with that. But if we had actually introduced design at that point of time, I think we would have had a better nation being designed by now.
Yeah, so it's like we eat, sleep and breathe design. And that is how we live today. Sure. So what are the top companies that are hiring design graduates? Top companies, as in, yes, you've clarified that each and every company is doing that. But if you could also talk about the typical salaries and roles with respect to the roles and positions that the design job seekers are offered.
Okay, so if you're going within the creative industries, see, it again depends upon your creativity quotient. People are looking at completely something new because people are fond of seeing new, something that nobody possesses, making it completely aspirational, right? So if you are a creative person, your imagination is very good and you can put it into reality. Yes, your salary can go up anywhere. So, the people who are within the industry, they're very smart people. They know if this person has the creative acumen and he has that ability, they will pay you what you want, right? So, but if you're looking, you're a graduate, you're going to move out, you've studied like another education pathway and आपने अपना कोर्स पूरा कर दिया और एक डिग्री ले ली, तो ठीक है 25,000 से आपकी नौकरी शुरू हो जाएगी, है ना? And it can go anywhere. You can fetch to 2 lakhs to 20 lakhs. There's no dearth of being paid well because today design is the most in demand because there's so many players in the market. How do you get the differentiator? How do you become different from the other? It's only design. Design is the differentiator, right? And today when you're using even technology as a backend, everybody is using technology. So that is available to everybody. But design brings that distinct character. And that is what people are looking for.
I hope, Kaushik Sahu, you got the answer to your question. Your question says, what are the steps to achieve a job as a designer? So I think very well explained by Archana ma'am. It's up to you, your caliber, your portrayal of your own design thinking.
Yeah, I'd like to add here, Mudita, one needs to have a great portfolio, right? So if you've studied for 4 years, guys, don't think, भाई college, वो ये कहते थे ना, no knowledge without college. आप college खाली मजे करने नहीं जाना है हमें, fun के लिए नहीं. So when the best thing about design is it allows so much fun in the whole process of learning. So that is the beauty. In other subjects you will see, oh, the intense subjects, theory होती है, exam देने हैं, यहाँ देने हैं, examination जैसा कुछ नहीं है. यहाँ पे it's all about you expressing with confidence the process that you've gone through and the process that you've enjoyed, and people enjoy that process, right? So if you have been able to make the most of your study phase and you have a great portfolio and you have your great, your presentation skills. Your presentation means your digital portfolio, your communication skills, your confidence, you having a vision of who you want to be as a designer. What is the future you want to create for that company? You see what you want to get. And even an entrepreneur, right? So they're all business people. They're looking for such people who have that vision. The vision of creating a better future where the company will be, one notch high after having you as a part of the team.
Yeah. So it's definitely it's the same thing, right? It's all about how you portray yourself, even the portfolio that you have. How are you presenting your portfolio? So that is very important. I get that.
So I want to add, sorry, the moment I talked about Mudita, I'm sorry, I'm again bringing this, because when you go for a design school entrance examination also, you will be required to have a portfolio. Now you say, I've not studied anything, how do I have a portfolio? So even at class 12 standard, you need a portfolio. Now, what is this portfolio going to be? Anything that you've done ever since class 6th, 8th, 9th, 10th, anything that you've done creative in your school. You've done projects, you've done social projects, right? You've done community projects, you've done joint projects, you've created models, document it all. The moment you start documenting it and representing it in a manner which shows your body of work, right? That's critical for a designer. Documentation, process documentation, it should show the originality of where it started and how it evolved. That is what will be very critical whenever you are looking for going into a design school or taking up a job.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So you briefly touched upon entrepreneurs. So how can young designer graduates become entrepreneurs in design? I think a very, very important question for all the students sitting here. Everybody wants to start their own company.
This is a question that's closest to my heart. Okay, so I did my course in fashion design, okay? And, I came from a business family. So, there wasn't that thing that, you need to work. So, but I definitely knew that, I need to be self-reliant. And that was some 30 years back. And I knew that I had to be self-reliant. I had to be independent. I wanted to express myself. So what occurred to me was when I got married and moved to Jaipur, the first thing that I saw was, even that I had done fashion, I saw that the city had so much of resources. It had the gemstones, it had diamonds, it had karigars, it had the business people, it had everything. So I started a course in jewelry design as the first course, And while I was teaching fashion, I used all the concepts of my understanding of fashion into the jewelry program. And I brought in resources and connects and created the jewelry course. And we are the premier in the country for it, right? Because the city itself had so much to teach and learn. So it's very important for an entrepreneur to find opportunity, an opportunity that he or she can connect to, right? And then you can create immense value. So today I'm sitting in front of you, TCS inviting me. How has it all happened? It all started with only 2 rooms from my residence. So start small and don't think that you need money for it. Sorry, I had no money, right? I started in the rented premises of my house. 2 कमरों का जो rent पे देते थे, that is what this is place, वो जगह मैंने use किया. The only thing I did was I borrowed 15,000 rupees to buy bench and chairs, right? And I had all the confidence to know that what I wanted to give to people. And whenever you want to give value, right? You're giving more than what you have, and people love that. That is what an entrepreneur does all the time. Bring more value, because आज इसकी इतनी चीज की वैल्यू है, कल उसको आपको लोगों को और चाहिए. आपने इतना दे दिया, लोगों को और चाहिए. So आप जब वैल्यू देते रहते हो, so you'll keep growing. So it's a very challenging journey. It is risky also, but yes, you will have all the freedom. There's also that that little anxiety, that fear. That's what an entrepreneur loves, the adrenaline rush. So if you want that rush, then should you only become an entrepreneur. Otherwise, that's it, get into a comfortable job.
So have you spoken about all the challenges that an entrepreneur faces, or you would like to divulge some more? So any other challenges that an entrepreneur would face? So and how do you combat them? You spoke about financials, you spoke about the scope, the fearfulness.
Okay, so the first question that comes to an entrepreneur is if you want to take up the plunge onto the entrepreneurship journey, पैसे का है, पैसों के बिना नहीं होता, ऐसा नहीं है. So that is one thing you have to now understand कि बहुत कम सीड अमाउंट के साथ में आप काम कैसे शुरू करें, और उसके लिए आपका विजन बड़ा होना चाहिए. विजन कैसे बड़ा होता है? विजन ओनली गेट्स डेवलप्ड थ्रू एक्सपोजर. सो यू हैव टू इन्वेस्ट ऑन योरसेल्फ फर्स्ट, on developing your vision. You have to travel, you have to see the world. So in the very first year when I started, I went to England to take up a professional course for 1 month. I took a loan and I went to study for 1 month. So that completely opened up a big, an horizon, a big, I could see the best of the world. So it's very important to invest on your learning as an entrepreneur. And if you can do that continually, you'll keep seeing new heights. So what I said is that start small, right? Put your goals in place and don't make such big goals that, you get very fast discouraged, right? Make small goals. That's what I did. So my goal was daily, it has to be a fulfilling day that I have given my best, and this is the best I could do. Right? And the days and they became weeks and then become months and now they're years. So gradually you start expanding yourself. And that's what I have to say. And there will be challenges. Background and yes, but maybe my natural acumen to understand finance was there. And I always thought I didn't know accounts for years. I didn't know. But then I understood that finance and accounts are different. Accountant can do the accounts, but finance is a understanding of पढ़ता खाना. पढ़ता खाना simply means कि आपको अगर आप लोन लेकर के काम नहीं कर सकते हो, आपको अपने बलबूते पे ही चलाना पड़ेगा. 2 आए, आप 2 को इन्वेस्ट करिए, 4 आए, 4 इन्वेस्ट करिए, 10 आए, 10 इन्वेस्ट करिए. आप ऐसे करके, और उन्होंने JRD टाटा साहब ने कहा था, ये पढ़ता खाना, it is his giving. And that was on my mind ever since I was a young girl. And I think that was a great, business insight that he has given for entrepreneurs.
Excellent. So there is one question, I didn't understand this question, asked by Prakhar Garg. He says, design is for left brainers or right brainers?
हमको फिर दोनों ब्रेन क्यों दिए भगवान ने? Because you need to have both the logical brain and the creativity brain, right? The creative brain. And you need to use both of that, right? Now consider you love to eat. Don't you make creative stuff? नई चीजें बनाते हो, इसको उसमें ऐड किया, उसका उसमें जोड़ा, सुंदर से सजाया. अब इसके लिए कौन बोलता है कि लॉजिकल ब्रेन यूज करो, क्रिएटिव करो? So we love creativity. That's a natural essence of living. We are human beings. We love beauty, right? And beauty is something that attracts us naturally. We love beauty in nature, and as designers, we create a beauty through our products, through the services that we render, right?
Yeah, thank you for that interesting question, Prakhar Garg, wherever you are. So we've had a very, very insightful discussion today, ma'am. Any final takeaways that you would like to give?
The takeaway is that we need more designers. We need more design professionals, because if you look at the garment industry, and we are the largest manufacturer of textiles, and after agriculture, and look at there are hardly people who are trained, professionals nahi hai. especially designers. Yes, there were vocational schools, हमारे polytechnics थे वगैरह थे, but they did not produce designers. Designers are thinkers who will think about innovation, right? So the industry is very big. The creative industries has great potential. So the creative industries is architecture, it's cities. Today, VM, creative city, you need to design the city as well. You need, you need landscape design. You need, you talk about design outsourcing, right? That's a big thing to go about. So, today it's all people centric, and people's needs are growing day by day, because today, we are not in a world where we had, insecure lives कि animals आ रहे हैं, हमको बचाना है, जंगल में रह रहे हैं, So we need better products to make, a better life for ourselves. And designers have a great responsibility. So I hope you're not a designer who's making more and more problems. आज आपने कोई चीज बनाया, फिर उससे और नए problems create हो गए. So yes, there are a lot of engineering products, there are a lot of designs which have been created, which have created more challenges. Now look at the garment industry. Now it's getting so much of it's one of the largest employers for women on the planet. It's such a big employer on the planet, but people have been talking about responsible fashion. Look at the dump yards, people throwing clothes. There's so much that's being used by people, right? And more people are creating more and more. So designers have to be creating sustainable products, look at more responsible and ethical practices, and more environment friendly practices. And I'm going to leave you with design thinking. So design thinking is adept. So it says empathize, define, ideate, prototype and test. Now ये चीज हम सब लोग करते हैं. अगर आप खाना भी बना रहे हो, if you're cooking also, you would test it, no? थोड़ा सा बना के देखते हो. Then you say कि सबके लिए एक साथ नहीं बनाते. You don't cook for 20 people at the same time. You just want to try out पहले, and then you test it out. You ideated it. You want to make something. So this is a certain process, and this you can apply in anything that you're doing. So empathize, know who is going to be the user, define what you want to do. Ideate means divergent thinking and convergent thinking. Means आप जितने ideas एक साथ लिख लोगे and उसके बाद में बोलोगे मैं best idea पे काम करूँगा, right? So converge into the best idea. Try and refine that idea as best as you can. Prototype it, yeah, and then test it. Ask people कैसा था, क्या था, and then go into the marketplace. That's very fundamental to anything, and I think we are all designers. So let me acknowledge that whether you get into a design career or not, whether you're taking up education or not, you have the choice to be a designer at any point of time.
I hope we are going to get so many good designers out of the audience today. आपने सारे steps भी बता दिए क्या करना है. I'm sure they're going to try that out with their idea list now as they go back. So thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. It was a very, very nice discussion. And I hope audience, you are carrying a lot back and will have some clarity on what and how to tread on the career path in design. And thank you so much for all the wonderful questions that you all asked. Now there's yet another session planned for tomorrow where we will talk about UX designing. Do tune into that at 5:45 p.m. And as we leave this session, you will find a feedback form at the end. Another window will open up and you can please fill in that form and let us know how was the session, how we can improve on such sessions, and what more is it that you would like to hear about from us. There's also a link to the channel that we have there. You will see many more exciting videos which are uploaded there for you to watch. I hope that you go there, log in, register yourself as a learner and gain a lot out of it. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I sign off now with this. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Pleasure.